Well, you know what they say when you're in Rome? Oh, God, let me tell you something. They say money, Lord, if I had money. Let me tell you, I'm just here savoring this awesome moment in this beautiful place. We at Calabash Cove. I got to put it out there, you know what I'm saying? And I plan to come back, you understand? I had to just check the liquor finances a little bit. But nonetheless, good morning, CBS family. I hope you guys are amazing and you're doing just fine. We got quite a wonderful show, very interesting show, some lovely features, interesting features coming up for you this morning. But first, let's see what Kendall has in the newsroom.
Good morning. Time now for a summary of your top stories. A man who assisted police in apprehending an individual suspected of robbing a visitor says he will never do it again. The man says he was later arrested for allegedly stealing the chain and insulting an officer. He alleges that he was beaten and taken to hospital after being thrown into the same cell as the alleged perpetrator of the chain snatching, and that he had assisted the police in arresting.
They say for the morning we were drinking and everybody tell me, yes, you had a few drinks after the thing happened. Everybody sent drinks to me and you know how the St. Lucia is. And they say for the moment because the threats, when the guy was making the threats of me, I warned the officer and you know it reached to a distance where I did say something to the officer that was not pleasant.
He says that most of the charges against him have been dropped. The charge for insulting an officer, however, still stands. As the deadline to file tax returns draws near, the Inland Revenue Department is reminding taxpayers of the changes to the personal income tax regime. These changes, which took effect from January 1st this year, include amendments to the personal allowance, which has increased to $25,000.
We have a limit on the number of the value of the allowances that you can claim. So before, if your total allowances were $45,000, you'll be able to claim that. But for this year's filing, you can only claim up to $30,000. There are allowances that are not included in this cap, and they are the personal allowance, any claim for medical insurance or medical expenses, and the photovoltaic system if you have put in one during last year, and you can claim your expenses for the purchase and installation of this system. So these three allowances don't form part of the cap of $30,000.
The official deadline for filing tax returns for the income year 2023 is April 2nd, 2024, given that the usual March 31st deadline falls on a Sunday this year. The Caribbean Electricity Utility Services Corporation, or CARELEC, 2024 Regional Conference is taking place in St. Lucia. Over 75 delegates from across the region have gathered here for 3 days of transformative and interactive sessions, along with the chance to garner insight from other electric utility companies and partners operating in the sector.
We are proud to host over 75 delegates from over 25 companies, not only electric utilities, but other partners operating in the sector. It's a thematic conference, so the focus is not so much on electric utility business per se, but more on the themes of human resources, corporate communications, customer service.
The conference will see a lineup of discussions led by subject matter experts. In addition, the keynote speaker for this year's conference is Shimalin John, a TEDx speaker, a best-selling author, personal brand strategist, and corporate trainer. Knowing, understanding, and fairly applying the St. Lucia Labour Act was the focus and intention of a workshop by Ms. Cheryl Goddard-Dorville, a lawyer highly respected for her in-depth knowledge and expertise in the field of labor law. The workshop, hosted by the St. Lucia Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture on 13th March this year, was attended by business people from a variety of sectors who wished to enhance their understanding and get advice on the proper interpretation and practical application of this most important piece of legislation. The attendees, according to the Chamber, remained keenly attentive and engaged, asking many questions and seeking clarification on a range of pertinent issues, making for an extremely interactive workshop. These are your top stories. Thanks for watching.
Why, thank you, Kendall. We now take a break. We'll be right back. The Life. Well, it's the big 50 for the SocaCize Comprehensive Secondary School. And they've had a number of things leading up to the actual culmination of that celebration, 50th anniversary. And we had to speak with the VP to find out what's on the cards left to mark this amazing milestone. You don't need me to tell you what's up. We're here at the SocaCize Comprehensive School. The big 50, the lead up has been ongoing, and certainly we're getting closer and closer to the big 50 here. We're here with the vice principal, and of course, Principal Ms. Daniel and Mrs. Elcock. They are here with us to talk about some of the activities that the school are going to be culminating. It's culminate, we have to say, because
Yes.
there has been ongoing stuff. So
That's
this
right.
is more like a culmination to mark the big 50. Vice Principal, well, Ms. Daniel, you don't have no mic. I don't know how we're going to talk. You're here for moral support. I'm going to share you with mine. So I'm going to share my mic with you.
Okay.
Tell me about, it's 50 years, like you said. You're very passionate about the fact that, this is huge for the school.
I think every person, everybody who graced the walls of CCSS in whatever capacity would be excited about this very significant anniversary. So yours truly, Marva Daniel, as a teacher from 99, and of course, graced here with us this morning, this beautiful lady, Maureen, has been a parent twice at CCSS and currently now. And so we have been working feverishly towards this great, exciting event. Miss Elcock, my vice principal, has been spearheading the anniversary committee for the past few years. And so she has had this added pressure to make sure this one comes off even bigger and better.
Elcock, well, you just had to pick up where she left off and let us know what is on the cards.
50 is a big deal.
Definitely.
50, anybody who turns 50 knows the excitement that comes with 50. I surely did.
To 50.
I surely did. And so conference turning 50 is a big deal for us
Right.
as a past student, more so for me as a past student. And so, and you're correct, it's committing activity because we have had the activity starting from the opening of school in September. We had our grand opening, and for those of you who would have witnessed, we had our red carpet welcome event where our past students, dear Sir Jules, welcome our students back through with his beautiful serenading.
Everybody.
That was done very well. And so coming into this new year, which is the year of our 50th, we turned 50 on the 21st of March, and so the 21st of March, and so we have had a number of activities. Last week, the 4th of March, we had our special assembly where we recognized 3 persons who have served the school long and well. That's in the person of Mr. Jeremy Joseph. He was my principal. Yes, I could not say that. We have Mrs. Noelis Lord, who has been with us for 44 years. And we have our caretaker, Mr. Clarence Joseph.
So what are some of the other things that we can look forward to going forward?
Into the last 2 weeks of March with many activities. So next week, Wednesday, the 20th of March, we have our praise and worship jam right in our auditorium. That's where we're going to give God thanks and praise for 50 years.
Yes.
So as a school, we are going to give thanks and praise.
Yes.
Then the last week of March, our last week of school, from Monday the 25th, is our ecumenical service at the cathedral. So we further giving Thanksgiving, yes. And so we are inviting all our past students, parents, teachers, current students, everybody to come and celebrate with us at the cathedral on Monday the 25th at 11 a.m. Then on Tuesday, we have our career day. That is organized by our school's alumni group, and we thank them for that. And as Ms. Daniel said, they have been very instrumental in a lot of things.
Yes.
And we are thankful that CCS is finally we have our past students coming in a meaningful way, contributing back to the school, and that's very good.
So we're encouraging persons to come on out.
Yes.
Is there where can the past students, apart from those who are probably a little laid back, where can they tap in to find out or stay abreast with what is happening and how they can be a part of it?
Okay, so let me just continue the week's activities.
Okay,
and
sure.
Then we'll come back to this question.
Yeah.
So hold that thought. So that's on Tuesday when we have the career day, and that's organized by the alumni group. On Wednesday, we have what we call a history brain bowl. So that will be between a collaboration between the alumni and the school. So we have a
Okay.
team of our alumni going up against a team of our current students.
Right.
History of St. Lucia, history of
history of
CCSS.
CCSS.
Yes. So we look forward, we not the whole world. So we look forward to that activity. That's on Wednesday, right in the
Right.
auditorium. And on Thursday, the last day of school for us, it's also Holy Thursday, we have our annual school awards. That's where we recognize our students for their hard work for the last academic year.
Nice.
And then we go into the alumni activities, which is the roll call on the Saturday.
Saturday.
It's a big thing.
Yes.
And
yes.
and they have their own program.
Right.
So you ask the question, what can we get?
How can we get information?
Okay.
How can a person follow so they know they might look at it now and forget. So they don't want to tap back in at any point in time to know
Good.
what's the dates.
So the dates are available on our school's Instagram page and Facebook pages, as well as the alumni Facebook page.
Wonderful.
So all information regarding our school celebration, our school's Facebook and Instagram pages, as well as alumni Facebook page.
50, big 50.
Big 50.
What are you doing? You need to get on board. If you have not yet understood, you need to put that down, pack it down in your calendar. My camera guy is going to be here. I'm going to be here.
And one more thing before we end, we also have our anniversary house awareness shirts.
Oh yes.
Oh.
They're still
Launch,
available.
yes,
They're
yes.
still available at the school.
You
And
can
we
purchase them. What's the
encourage,
what's the price?
$60.
$60. All right. So you guys need to get yours.
In the house colors.
In the house of
So it's both for past and current students.
Yes.
Absolutely.
As well
All
as
right.
parents. As well as parents.
All right,
Come
okay.
support us.
Yes, and
What
this
the-
money goes directly to the sports program of CCSS.
Okay.
As you know, right now our students are in Beaufort and they've been doing a marvelous job capturing gold medals, bronze medals, and actually gained these over the past week. And so we continue to support our students, as you know, both in academic areas and non-academic areas. So this is the way to go.
And
Our
it's a very
students are
expensive
holistically
venture.
developed, and the non-academics are even more expensive than the curricular activities.
Wonderful. Ladies, thank
Yes.
you so very
Thank you
much.
so much.
And,
Thank
and
you.
congratulations on a big 50. I'm taking it as well, but
Of course.
almost so you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Certainly.
Absolutely. And I'm going to be here for roll call. I've been solicited again for roll call, so
Okay.
I'll be here. Well, we're on point because our next feature is the guy behind the camera. We caught up with Kendrick. Let's find out some more about my camera guy, or what you know as the cameraman. Well, finally, I get to have a sit down or a pin down with the cameraman. The cameraman is my new camera guy. But he's quite a star, you know what I'm saying? Man just got featured on Loop News. I'm talking about Kendrick. Kendrick is my camera guy. And we had to definitely sit down with you, Kendrick, because, you know, we go around and we tap into everybody else and we get their vibe, we get their story. And we have persons, creative persons, hardworking personnel, brilliant people right within our purview. And you know what? I am all for that. I am all for highlighting the people who are right there before our eyes, who are making things happen. And since we started to work, well, there's grave reviews. I am very, very, very impressed with your work ethic, your approach to work. Sometimes you get me vexed with this on-time thing, but you know, but your work ethic speaks volume, especially in an industry like videography and camera setting and these sort of things. Welcome. Thank you for sitting with us. And thank you for not backing out and say, well, all right, what are you doing? You get me? So I'm glad you decided to sit down and we could tap into your energy and find out a little bit more about how you got into this, why you got into this, and since you got into it, you know, some of the wonderful moments that you've experienced.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Long
true.
story,
Long story.
Long story.
Long story short, though. We have 5 minutes.
Okay. Checking now. Maureen is on time today.
I am on time today, so we on point. How did you get into that business?
It was
that
an
field?
influence from my eldest brother. He was a photographer for Video Ventures back in the, I think, 80s or 90s and stuff. Yeah. So when he left home, he left well, a suitcase, I think. Yeah, it was at that time.
A little
No,
suitcase?
and I was just snooping
a suitcase
through.
or a briefcase? You know, it doesn't
Suitcase, them
depend.
big things, you know, them big old suitcases.
Not the
that
hard
big,
one.
big, not the
Right,
hard one.
okay.
The soft one.
I thought it was a grip. You know about grip?
Yeah, I know
Right.
about grip.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he had some photos and stuff from his underwater photography days from Video Ventures, and
Wow.
you know that caught my eye, and I was like, yeah, I'll try that.
You want to do that?
Mm-hmm.
So how did you actually start now? What was the first thing you dabbled into?
First thing I did was steal my mother's camera.
Oh, shucks. You got licks?
No,
They didn't beat you?
I was trying to impress girls, so that was fine.
Ah.
Yeah. Good going church boy.
Right.
But yeah, I started with those cameras I was using film and stuff. So
Right.
when she used to have a 24 roll, a 36 roll, when
Right.
church on Saturday, I used to cry for it, you know, to go in my little section there and try and take some
try and
pictures of
take some-
girls and us during
Aw.
class and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Just wasting a whole row with just black or white, you know.
Did you understand then that,
No,
that this
I didn't
is
know what I
where
was doing. I
it's
just
setting-
wanted to have something in my hand so I can create a conversation. That was
Okay.
basically it.
Oh gosh, look
Yeah.
at how this thing started. Fast forward to where we are today. You are now a sought after. I mean, you've got quite a number of clientele. You have your own business. What's the name of your company?
Sea Capture Inspire.
Sea Capture Inspire. So that is now existing, and you have quite a number of clientele under that brand. Now that you've established yourself in the role, talk about the experience. What is the passion now for you? No longer girls, but what is the passion now? What keeps you there now? What drives you now?
I mean, it's just the moment. It's always nice to capture stuff within the moment. For me, I love movies, series and stuff. So just seeing how things are made and, you know, stuff like that, it's like, that's where I kind of want to go. And being behind the camera, it kind of gives you that, you know. So each show I do is like a creation of something new. You know, sit at home and enjoy something. Yeah.
When you actually, I'm glad you said that, because when you're actually doing a shoot, like when you're behind the camera and you're capturing me, for instance, what is the thought pattern? What is going through your head? What do you, is that what you're saying? You're envisioning yourself back home, sitting in front of a television
Yeah, and just looking
viewing.
at, yeah.
So
yeah.
that's what-
it's more of entertainment, trying to have people enjoy what they watch.
What they're looking at.
Yeah, so whatever I do, I try my best to actually capture it in a way where you can sit back and relax. For clients, I started with weddings, photography actually. So yeah, it's just for a client, you can sit down, watch it and say, yeah, you know, that happened, and the laughter, the smiles and the emotions and everything.
Capture the
Yeah.
real essence.
Right, yeah.
I like this. Now let's talk a little bit about, normally persons within that industry is a little all over the place. Now let's talk about your work ethic, your approach to work. I mean, that probably is a character trait. Where do you think you got that from? Because listen, you're always on time. You're always like you're so meticulous. You plan your thing out to the T and then you execute. Let's talk about your approach to your
That
profession.
comes from my mom and also my eldest brother. He was into karaoke back in the day. He had his own business, and all of us brothers worked for him. So watching
pay
him,
all?
yeah,
Okay, all right, good.
I had a nice little salary, you know, at that time. But watching him and how he sets up his stuff, everything has to be packed a certain way. If not, it's not packed.
Right.
For him, it's time. We set up hours before, you know, and stuff like that. And watching him go through that. And my mom, when it comes to church, she always on time. You will not see her to church late.
Right.
So time is time. You wake up at that time. You do that at that time. You leave home at that time because you have to take bus. So you have to wait for bus. And you still need to be there on time to catch it from the beginning to end.
Right.
So, you know, so that's where all that came from. Yeah.
Right. What would you say? We got about half a minute or thereabouts so left. What would you say to the young persons wanting to get into the industry? What should they know? What sort of approach should they have?
The first thing is always ensure that you know what you're doing. That's one. Two, once it's a passion for you, it's very easy to follow through and take pride in your work.
Yeah. So
That's
simple as it
basically
is.
it. Simple
Where
as
can
it
we find you? There might be some clients out there that listen, but you all cannot mess with the DBS Morning Show time. I'm just telling you all. You'll have to work around that if you want to book him. But you can put your handle now if they want to book you. But they just know
Capture
that.
Inspire. Once you search C Capture Inspire,
Like the
Kendrick
word
Williams,
C or SEE?
SEE.
SEE. C. Oh, C.
C as
Capture
in I'm seeing
Inspire.
you.
Right,
I'll
capture.
capture it and it will inspire you.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Kendrick guy, my camera guy, the cameraman. Thanks, Kendrick.
Thank you.
No, bang behind the camera for you.
Yeah.
I don't know what
No,
to do.
yeah.
everyone, and welcome to this morning's SocaCize session. Leading the wine, we have Sarah, Laurie, and Shani. Let's get ready to sweat with SocaCize. For this morning's workout, we will be doing a wine and tone routine to In Stock by Vibes Cartel. Let's go. So we're going to begin knee, knee, roll, sit. 3, 2, 1, and. Get those knees up. 4 more. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Our arms, 3 of them. 3, 2, hold. 3, 2, hold. 3, 2. We're gonna kick and roll. Kick and roll. Low impact, you're following Laurie. You can give me it low, that's fine. 3 more. 2. Last one. Left side, knee. Four more. Our arms for 3. 3. Last one. Kick. Last one. Knee. Set your when you wine, watch it roll. Girl, you want me queen, and me wife. 4 more. Your money for your spree, for your right, for your rule. Could do be free every night, every night. Sachi for Sachi, be your for the road. Chanel for Chanel, put her to pump it. 3. Tell you what, hotter than the rest. Tell you better, better than the rest. No girl, can't test. Kick. Kick out your foot away, you have him stop. Tie it on right, tell you have him stop. Tell you have him stop. 4 more. Right, tell you have him stop. 4. Kick out your foot away, you have him stop. 3. Tie it on right, tell you have him stop. 2. Tell you have him stop. 1. End. That was this morning's session. Thank you for choosing to flaunt with SocaCize. We hope that you're feeling sexy, sultry, and strong.
Oh, well, there you go. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. And like they say, when you're in Rome, I want to thank the folks over at Calabash Cove. They are amazing. I'm coming back. Well, I can't tell you when because you're all minding my business. But that's our show for today. Enjoy it. And when you do get a chance, check out the place. It's amazing. It's gorgeous here. Staycation? Why not?